teammate alongside you. How eager? I mean, I'm sure you've got a closer look at what he's able to do. So, what are we all going to see out of him? Do you think?
Oh man, Jimmy's an interesting dude, but I think sky's the limit for him. Everybody knows his potential, but he's just waiting his chance, literally. So I feel like that fire is under him right now, and he's gonna let it all out on Sunday for sure.
There's a lot that's been made of this receiver room in the offseason, and as you guys are getting healthier again, how much potential do you think there is for what your unit can do?
Yeah, I mean everybody knows. We all saw it kind of during OTAs and a little bit of training camp. Just how much potential we have in the room, and sky's the limit for our room, and I have no doubt in my mind that everybody in our room can make a play. So, and I think everybody counts on each other, and once one person wins, we all win. So we kind of take that mentality, and we ride with it.
To that note, Davis talked about wanting Jimmy to be out there this Sunday. What does he bring to this?
I feel like we all specialize in different things. Obviously, everybody knows his potential. He's fast, he's crafty, good route runner. But I feel like he got that dog in him. So he's really just been waiting his turn, and he has a chance to go out there Sunday and show off his talents.
Panthers said an emphasis will be explosive plays. What do you guys need to do in order to get those plays 16 yards and longer?
I mean, we just got to be playmakers, and at the end of the day, we got to execute. The coaches put us in the right positions, and we just got to be playmakers. When the ball touches our hands, we got to go make them plays, make one guy miss, and get those first downs and move the chains. So, yeah, that's we just got to do what we can.
You talk about a guy that's been waiting for his turn. Exhale coming back this week. How much do you think he's going to help the team?
Man, and everybody knows what he can do. So. He's a big part of this offense, big part of his team, and we need him to make this thing go.
T-Mac, were those explosives harder to come by when he's been out?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not too sure about that one.
Do you think enough of those downfield throws and plays are being called?
Again, I got no answer for that one either.
T-Mac, I know people say next man up, but you guys lost so many guys at receiver, and it does have an impact. What has been the impact as far as the way teams are covering you, the way the offense is rolling, to have to be playing with third or fourth receivers?
Really, the biggest impact is just the volume that it has on the other receivers. This past week, we got 2 receivers down, so. It was just 3 of us out there. And, it's hard, but that's just part of the game. We can't control who gets hurt and how they get hurt, and just we just got to go out there and ball. We got a chance to go out there on the field, and we got to make the most of it.
The coach, Canales said that the coaches had a meeting and then they talked to you guys as a team. Do you feel like the level of urgency has been raised coming into this week?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, obviously, I think the coach's urgency has stepped up, but it's also the players. We trying to take this thing over. We try to, at the end of the day, we play the game. So, the urgency got to come from us. It can't come from the coaches. So, it's on the players to make sure that we make it happen.
They altered y'all's Monday schedule so they could have those meetings. Have they done anything else to kind of change the mojo or change the schedule this week?
Nah, we gotta, we gotta stick to what works. We gotta find what else we can do to make it work. But at the end of the day, like I said, it just comes down to us. We gotta execute. The coach put us in the right place, so we gotta make plays.